Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your brother in Al-Islam and your brother in humanity, El Hajj Charles Shabazz of Shabazz Islamic Ministries. As you can see, you wonder why I'm dressed. First of all, I'm just leaving my 30-year high school reunion. Okay. All I want to say is, mashallah, it was great to see some people I have not seen in 30 years. There's some people who I have seen since graduation. There was one girl who I actually ironically saw her last week up in Chicago, which was funny. But I was glad to see her again, and a few other people. So excuse me, it's dark, right? So but anyway, why am I bringing this up as far as my high school reunion is concerned? First of all, I was in basically an environment that normally I would not be in. Normally I would not be in a like an environment where you have like liquor and all that stuff, right? But I did it because I want to see people I've not seen in a while, and furthermore, that's my opportunity while I'm, getting reacquainted with them, reminiscing with them, play, shoot pool with them or whatever. That's my opportunity to share a little Dawah, right? Otherwise, I may or may not have gone there because of the haram environment. But I always shared pictures with them on my journey to Hajj. Because one thing, I wasn't going there to like push my deen down their throats or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, the Quran says that there's no compulsion in religion, right? So I wasn't there to like shove my deen down their throats, okay? But I did want to share in a way that they would be more comfortable with me sharing it with them. And mashallah, I've received a lot of, positive feedback. Because one thing about people, whether Muslim and non-Muslim, they always are interested in you sharing some kind of journey with them, especially Mecca. Because, Mecca, especially here in American society, is actually used in a very cliche way. Like, for example, they'll say like Atlanta's the Black Mecca, or that New York City is the Mecca of basketball. They'll use Mecca for, as an analogy for different things. Because Mecca has always been known to be, let's say, the holy city, for Muslims in particular to make their pilgrimage. So when I share with them, these are basically Christian, maybe some atheists too. I share with them about, I went to Mecca. They'd be like, oh wow, So that's my opening door with them, of sharing a little bit of Dawah with them. But alhamdulillah, it's it was a positive thing. I was glad to see people I've not seen in years. And furthermore, you know, this is actually the first reunion I've been to. I have not been to any of the past two reunions, the 10-year reunion or the 20-year reunion. But the 30-year reunion, I felt, it was time for me to go and get acquainted with some of these guys, because I'm at that age now where many of my peers, some of my friends, classmates are leaving. There was one guy, for example, who I was real cool with in high school. And I think the last time I saw him, he was with the sheriff's department. Years ago, I think he just joined the sheriff's department. And he happened to be from my mother's hometown in Norfolk. And so I was talking to one of the guys who I got reacquainted with, and I found out like a couple of years ago, he told me a couple of years ago, this guy died from prostate cancer. If you guys recall, I did a public service announcement a few months ago, back in May in particular, where I was encouraging guys to get tested, get a PSA done, because we're at that age. And so, unfortunately, this brother, I was looking forward to seeing him, because I thought about him not that long ago, and sure enough, God told me that he died a couple years ago from prostate cancer. But mashallah, it was awesome. It was wonderful to see everybody. So one guy was telling me that we should start doing it. We should start having our reunion 1 year, every year, which I actually agree, because, again, like I mentioned, people are leaving. We're beginning to see people start leaving, time after time. Now, when I was growing up, I don't mean when I was growing up, but like in the early years, like after graduation, some of the guys who I knew that died, most of them died because they got involved in something they had no business being involved in, and they ended up getting killed for it. I knew one guy, super sharp academically, and he played Russian roulette with some of the other guys, and obviously he lost because he killed himself. Another guy I knew, who I ended up being cool with, he got killed in a drive-by. And there were a couple of people who died in those early years. They always had some kind of medical problem with them, some kind of medical disability, and that ended up getting the best of them, right? But now people are getting cancer and they're dying, and some died of a heart attack, so that's why it's important, to really go to the doctors, get regular checkups, get some blood work done, because you never know. I mean, we're at that age now, so in another 10 years we would be senior citizens, And there's no telling who we will see again, right? But I just wanted to, like I said, I did not want to force Islam down their throats or nothing, but I did want to at least introduce them to my journey. I showed them pictures of my journey of me making Hajj, because I know that's something they are interested. They would be interested in seeing, right? But mashallah, it was okay. But that's all I have right now. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and peace to everyone else.